big was that to not only get the result, but to kind of have to battle through it a bit and come out on the right end?
Yeah, I mean, I liked the game in a lot of ways for us, and to get the results huge. I think whenever you're coming off of a crappy road trip and you're digging in and guys are playing hard, very competitive tonight, I thought. And especially in some of the areas that we talked about 5-on-5, and you want to get results, and it was tough sledding at times because we gave up a couple of really good chances and a couple of goals. They get the power play goal early, but I didn't think our mindset changed much, when it came to the work that we had to do in order to win the hockey game. It was definitely a close game, but my feeling is they're kind of going through the exact same thing we were, right? Like, they were going to be digging in and paying attention to all the things that they need to have success as well. And it's a good hockey team. They've given us trouble for the last couple of years. So to be able to, get the result we wanted, I think is huge.
3 goal reviews and a penalty review? Is it hard to keep a rhythm with that?
Well, I mean, it certainly slowed down a little bit, but I think they made the right call on all of them. I think our offside, they were getting me worried there for a while, but we kind of have the one blue line camera that looks like it's pretty obvious. And then our goal was definitely offside, and I thought Nate's was a good goal too. So at least they got all the calls right. I mean, if you're going to take that kind of time and sort through it, that's what it's for, to make sure you get it right.
What are your thoughts on that Jack Johnson play for the goal?
Our goal?
His goal, yeah, Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah, I mean, he goes back to back. 2 patient plays up top. The first one, he's looking for someone to pass it to. He doesn't have anybody, so he cuts it underneath. We had good traffic at the net, kind of holding their D in there. I think it was Parise, and he walks it in and scores. And the next one, they make a nice play too, and he zips it by their guy all the way down to Bo. That ends up being Nate's goal. So 2 really nice plays from Jack. He was involved on both sides of the puck tonight. He had a great game.
Bo's been pretty critical of his game this year, but he's been active over the last 3 games. Has it been noticeable from the bench?
Very noticeable. Yeah. Prater had a meeting with Bo. They went over some things, looked at some video. I think he was just caught in a rut, And right away, the last 3 games after that was the day that they watched the video together. I just see a more involved player, more assertive in all areas. And he has the ability, when he's playing like that, he has the ability and the talent and the vision to be able to make plays and help us score goals, and that's what he's done over the last 3 games. But I find when he's playing like that, his defending's better as well.
Makar was also critical of his last stretch of games, and that Tampa game was tough for both Makar and Taves. And I noticed the PK tonight, the minutes were more distributed, getting Manson and Girard on there.
Yeah.
Is that something you pinpointed as a coach in their usage that maybe needed to be spread out a little bit?
It kind of just depends on the night and how they're playing with those guys. Girard and Manson have been doing a really nice job on the penalty kill. You got righty and lefty on both those 2 pairs, so they see a lot of ice. It just depends on the night and how guys are playing, to be honest with you. Some nights they won't see as much, Manson and Girard will play a little more or equal amount, and then other nights, it gets they chomp up a lot of minutes. Sometimes it just depends, at the end of the game like that too. You can have a 2-minute stretch with some breaks in it that you want to keep them out on the ice. Those guys are our top guys, and you want to make sure that they're out there at key moments, and sometimes the penalty kills key moments.
There was some, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
There were some moments in the first 2 periods where it kind of felt like some of the stuff that had been happening in recent games, had the puck a long time. You mentioned, defended right for 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden they get a grade A chance and score.
Yeah.
I guess just how important was it to kind of get through that part and still get, like you said, still get the result?
Yeah, I think it's important. It's never gonna go smooth as planned, right? It's just not. Even when we score after the challenge, then it's called back, and we take the penalty at the end, which makes it even more interesting, right? But I think you have to be a key to, in order to be successful, is you got to be mentally tough, right? There was never a sense that I had on the bench that we were fragmenting and going our own way, that we weren't just kind of sticking to the plan and trusting the process. And I think we did that really well early in the Tampa game. They get a couple chances, and then all of a sudden, we're not checking as hard as we need to because we're cheating for offense, and that generally doesn't work out well for us. So just kind of realigning the guys. I know they care. I know they have the ability to play the right way, and it's generally when we have meetings like that, they respond, and they did again tonight.
You spoke yesterday about trying Chris Wagner at center. How did you feel he did?
Yeah, he had a good game. Yeah, I mean, we sort of shrunk the bench in the third period, but I bet you if you look at his shifts and what he did, he was rock solid.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks.